The other day, a friend of mine in the congregation asked if there might be a possibility of a grandparent in the congregation that might be able to help out with her child's e-learning experience. She is working and is kind of overwhelmed, a little bit concerned with how school will look come fall. And so she was kind of curious if there might be a grandparent or somebody in the congregation who would be willing to allow her child to kind of spend some time at the house just doing e-learning and being assisted like that. Both because there's need in the family, but also because she wants her child to have a chance to develop relationships with grandparents and older people within the congregation. And it made me wonder, how many opportunities are there for teaching, for caring, for serving within our congregation? Have we kind of discovered different skills that we have or abilities that we are acquiring, and we may be looking for a chance to help somebody else that has an immediate need? I hope that you're able to let myself or Suzanne or others on staff know if you're finding that you have something you want to give or a way you want to serve and are looking for an avenue to make these kind of connections. The other night at session, we welcomed new members in the life and ministry of John Knox Presbyterian Church. So it was great to see their eagerness, but we also, for a devotion, talked about some of the limitations we might have. And we used this following devotion. We do not all need to contribute what others contribute. We do not all need to acquire every skill or bring the same offerings. We do not all need to become knowledgeable about or proficient in every matter. We do not all need to respond in the same way to the same things. We are invited to show up to the work of love and justice as our whole selves. Nothing more, nothing less. Trusting it is enough for the day. Knowing the journey of growth continues. We all have gifts. We all have limitations. It is so simple and so very difficult to practice. To do so requires us to trust in each other, to rely on one another, and to honor one another's roles and our own. I remember a number of years back being in Nicaragua, and Jennifer Smith, at the beginning of the day, would gather the team together and lead us in real simple yoga. And it was just such a great way to begin the day. She had music going and she led us as we were kind of spread out where we were in this daily practice of yoga. And I remember at one point I was on one foot doing something and was beginning to lean. And all of a sudden there was a hand on my shoulder that kind of helped guide me back up to a straight position. And this was a person who was kind of moving around, assisting all of us in the practice of yoga. And I found myself so grateful for that presence right there at a time of need. And maybe that's what exactly we are doing within the body of Christ. We are assisting one another. We are showing up in time of need and offering what gift we might have. The quilt behind me is one that a dear member in this congregation and good friend just decided to make in this room. Many groups meet for Bible study, for prayer, for AA, for NA, for OA, support groups that meet. And as we look carefully at the words, you see words that are stitched into this quilt to give encouragement, assist, courage, hope, faith, perseverance, love. I wonder what gift you might have to give, or what you may be ready to receive. That we find opportunities to serve and to connect and to put into practice the many gifts that God has entrusted to us.